Morning children. Today we are going to discuss about the lesson acid bases and salts, right? In the previous class we have discussed about pH values and effect of pH in our daily life, that we have discussed, right? Now in this class we will discuss some other topics related to acid bases and salts. Yeah? Acids we discussed, bases we discussed, the nature of acidity and basicity, that is depends upon the pH values, that also we discussed. Now we will discuss about salts. What we will discuss about? We will discuss about salts. Okay, so salt. What is mean by salt? First of all, salt. Salt is a product of acid and base reaction. General, that is general reaction. Salt is a product of acid and base reaction. We call it as what? A salt, right? So here we are having the different types of salt. Like we can say it as salt family. Also we can say it as salts family. Also we can say it as. Suppose I given you some number of salts. I have given you, suppose, like sodium chloride, sodium carbonate, sodium sulfate. What is there in the common? Sodium is there, no? So these all belongs to sodium family. Suppose potassium chloride, potassium sulfate, potassium nitrate. What is the common? Potassium is there, no? So we can say it as potassium family, right? So whatever the common element is there, so we can say that these all salts are belong to the particular family. Potassium family, sodium family, sulfate family. Like sodium sulfate you take, potassium sulfate, magnesium sulfate. What is their common? Sulfate is there, no? So we can say it as what? Sulfate family also. Like that, if you take a number of salts, so what is the common element is there? Like whether cation is there, whether anion is there, right? So that belongs to the, all salts are belongs to a particular salt, right? So here we are having the number of salts like that, right? So in that basic, what main salt is what? We know that. So common salt, right? Common salt. What I am saying is that common salt, right? So common salt. Where you will get the common salt? As we know already, oceans and seas. These are the source of the common salt. Oceans and seas. These are the source of the common salt, right? So what is the formula of common salt? Common salt formula is NaCl. Sodium chloride is the common salt formula. NaCl is the sodium. That is, NaCl is what? Sodium chloride. Common salt formula, right? You can say this as common salt. What I am saying? Common salt, rock salt. What is that? Rock salt. Why? Because after getting from the oceans, there will be like rock-like structures. Simply, right? When the people they do what? They will take the ocean water or sea water and they make a mud they will make. So in that muds, the water will evaporate and the salt will remain there. No, that will be like a bigger crystal shape will be there. That means the rock-like structure will be there. That you can say it as rock salt. Common salt, rock salt, table salt. What I am saying it as table salt. Table salt. So table salt means generally we use this on the dining table, right? So that's what table salt. Okay. So NaCl is a salt. The solution of NaCl. The solution of NaCl. This solution, if you dissolve in the water, the solution dissolved in the water, that you can say it as brine solution. You can say it as brine solution. Dissolved NaCl. Dissolved NaCl, that you can say it as brine solution. Brine solution. Right? And here I am telling you that this common salt, this is the common salt, that is the source for other remaining salts. That means from the common salt we can prepare the number of salts. That is, we can say that common salt is the source of the other salts. We can say like common salt is the source of other salts. Okay. So let us discuss how it is happening, right? So we will have a process called over there chlor-alkali process. What I am saying? Chlor-alkali process. Chlor-alkali process, right? So what is happening over there? We will see once. So we are taking water. Brine solution we are taking. What I am taking? So brine solution I am taking, and that is what? Dissolving in the water, right? So 2 moles I am taking. Here also 2 moles I am taking. So we will get here NaOH will get plus Cl2 gas will get plus H2 will get, H2 gas we will get, right? So NaOH I am getting, that is 2Na is there, no? So 2NaOH will get, Cl2 gas will get, and H2 gas we will get. What I get? So NaCl, that is brine solution. This is what in the presence of electricity, in the presence of electricity, that is electrolysis. I am saying it as what? Electrolysis of brine solution. That is NaCl, if dissolved in the water we call it as brine solution, right? If that dissolved in the water we call it as brine solution. That is what the brine solution, NaCl dissolved in the water, brine solution. For that you are making what? Electrolysis you are doing. That is electrolysis of the brine solution, that gives NaOH, a base, NaOH, a base, and Cl2 gas, H2 gas. So these are the things we'll get in the electrolysis of brine solution. Now you see this here, what is there here? Chlorine is there, and this is what? Alkali. Alkali means what? Alkaline, base, a base we are getting, no? So chlor-alkali process. Which one? In this reaction, the electrolysis of brine solution giving alkali, chlorine and hydrogen. So in the on the name of the products, like chlor-alkali, chlorine is there, alkaline is there, chlor-alkali process. Right? So by the chlor-alkali process, we are getting NaOH, Cl2 and H2. Now you see this, from the salt we prepared base. We prepared a base, and chlorine gas also produced, right? So this chlorine gas we generally use for the preparation of bleaching powder, right? And for number of uses are there also, right? In the preparation of PVCs, polyvinyl chloride, and H2 gas, that also having uses, no? Right. So let us discuss some further products. So that I am writing is bleaching powder. What I am writing is bleaching powder. Bleaching powder I am writing. Okay. So bleaching powder. How the bleaching powder produced? From the NaCl bleaching powder produced. From NaCl how it will be produced? NaCl solution we are taking, that is brine solution we are taking. What we are doing? We are doing electrolysis of the brine solution. What is the product over there? A base, chlorine and a hydrogen. Now this chlorine we will take. What we will take? Chlorine we will take, and that chlorine we are treating with calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide, that you can say it as here dry slaked lime. Actually that is lime water. Okay. So lime water, by treating with chlorine we will get a CaOCl2 plus H2O. CaOCl2 plus H2O we will get. Now this is CaOCl2 is there, no? So this is what? Bleaching powder. Bleaching powder. Bleaching powder formula is what? CaOCl2. CaOCl2, that is a bleaching powder. Okay. So on treating of chlorine with the calcium hydroxide, on treating of chlorine with the calcium hydroxide, you are getting what? Bleaching powder. Bleaching powder, right? So now we need to learn about the uses of the bleaching powder. What are the uses are there for the bleaching powder, right? So as we know what? Bleaching powder is a disinfectant, right? Bleaching powder is a disinfectant. Disinfectant means what? Which can kill the microorganisms. So that we are using in the purification of the water. Right? So bleaching powder we are using in the purification of the water. So that generally you will get daily alternative. You will get mineral water by GHMs, right? The water board will be there. No? The people will send. Sometimes they mix bleaching powder. Why? Because some insects or microorganisms are there. To kill them, they are adding the bleaching powder. That is, we are making chlorination. We will say, no. The chlorination nothing but the adding what? Bleaching powder only. Why? Because bleaching powder is there, no. This bleaching powder in the chlorine also is there, no. So that is what chlorine we are adding. That is indirectly we are adding the bleaching powder. Alright. So that we call as what? Bleaching powder is a disinfectant. That is what? Disinfectant. Disinfectant, right? And I'm writing here disinfectant. Okay. And one more thing is that we are using this bleaching powder in the paper industry. In the paper industry. You know paper preparation, right? Right. So in the paper preparation, you see paper comes from what? Paper comes from the plants and trees, right? So if you take in the plants and trees, they are not of pure white, but we are getting the white color paper, right? So to make the increasing of, that is increasing of the whiteness of the paper. So that is what, to increase the whiteness of the paper, they are adding what, a bleaching powder. Why? Because in bleaching powder oxygen is there, no? Oxygen. So this oxygen can make the paper to become white, right? So that is what we are using the bleaching powder in the paper industry also. Okay, so that is what disinfectant like paper industries and some types of plastics, you know, PVC pipes will be there, no? In that also we use this bleaching powder, right? And next one more we are having baking soda. What we are having? Baking soda we are having, right? So how to prepare this baking soda means, so from NaCl only, from NaCl only, I'll write the equation first. NaCl plus H2O plus CO2 plus NH3 we are taking here. So we'll get a NH, we'll get NH4Cl plus NaHCO3. We get a NH4Cl and NaHCO3. This NaHCO3 is the baking soda. Baking soda. Right? So this is the what, baking soda. Baking soda prepared from NaCl. So what we are saying that NaCl is the source of many salts we are saying, no? So that is what from NaCl we are preparing the baking soda. Baking soda, NaHCO3. This is what NaHCO3 is the baking soda. Right? And what are the uses of the baking soda? But generally we know baking powder, we know, right? The baking powder is nothing but the baking soda only. But this baking soda, if it is added with edible oil, any edible oil if it is added, then that mixture we can say it as baking powder. This is baking soda, that we can say it as baking powder, right? So the formula will be same only, but just adding of oil only, that is dissolving in the oil. Okay, so what happened by this baking soda means, so baking soda we generally use this in the cooking purpose, you know. Generally we make breads, cakes and tiffin snacks will make it, no. So in that the people will, they add some powder, will add white color powder will add, no. That is nothing but the baking soda they will add, right? So that what baking soda what is doing means, NaCO3, no, the formula is what, the formula is NaHCO3, right? So on heating the NaCO3, it produces CO2 gas. It produces CO2 gas. Right? So this CO2 gas is responsible. It is in CO3 is there, no? From the CO2 will be releases, right? So that what CO2 gas is responsible for the we generally see that breads and cakes, they become spongy like, no. So how the duff becomes sponge like structure, no? So that is the reaction of the CO2. Right? By adding the baking powder, we are making the duff to become soft, so that the bread and cake they become like sponge like. Yes. So that is what baking soda we are using in the purpose of cooking. Right? And next one we are uses what, first of all, cooking. Okay. And next one, it is a mild base. It is a mild base. Mild base means weak base somewhat, right? So that we can use this baking soda. We can use this baking soda as a anti-acid, like antacid. We can use like a antacid, right? In the topic of antacid we discussed there. In the place of milk of magnesia, in the place of ENO, we can use this baking soda. Or any ant bite is there, any sting bite is there, to make the to reduce the pain or to reduce irritation, we can use this baking soda. There we discuss, no? So that is what, it is a mild base, and it is also a mild antiseptic also. It is a mild antiseptic, right? If any wounds are there, any hurtings you get, suppose if you make a layer, if you make a coating of this, it is using like an antiseptic, just like we use turmeric, no? So in the place of turmeric we can use this baking soda also, right? So that is what NaCl from that bleaching powder preparation, and from NaCl baking soda preparation, right? And one more also we are having, that is washing soda. What we are having? washing soda. Washing soda, right? So how the washing soda is prepared means from the baking soda washing soda will be prepared, right? So now you see this NaHCO3 is, on heating the NaCO3 will get a Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2, right? So if you take 2 moles Na2CO3 H2O, right, see this. So if you take 2 moles of Na2CO3, we'll get on heating that we'll get Na2CO3, NaHCO3. From NaHCO3 we are getting the Na2CO3. This Na2CO3 is the washing soda. That is what washing soda, right? So here we need to write a particular formula for washing soda. Is that washing soda formula is what? Na2CO3, but we can say it as Na2CO3 10H2O. We should read like Na2CO3 10H2O. Don't read it as dot, full stop, comma, something. We should not read it as. We should read it as Na2CO3 10H2O only. Okay. So that is what washing soda. Washing soda is prepared by the baking soda. Baking soda is prepared from the NaCl. That is NaCl is the source of the washing soda, right? Yes. So from that, in this way we are getting the washing soda. And what are the uses of this washing soda? Uses in the name itself having washing soda. Washing soda. Washing soda means what? That is used to make for washing. Washing what? Washing clothes. Washing clothes. Generally, if you give the clothes to dhobis, like nowadays we are using, everyone using, we are using detergents, surfs, right? That we are using. But if you give the clothes to the the dhobis, yeah? So they don't use any detergent, any soap like that. They use only this washing soda, right? So nowadays no one is giving. But in the some olden days, if you go back 10 years, 15 days, 10-15 years back, the people generally they give to what? Dhobis only, right? So they do what generally? They generally take all the cloths, right? And by taking the cloths, they go to the any river or any lake or pond. They go to the any water source. So there they will do what? They all are soaking the cloths in the washing soda only. Why? Because the cloths become somewhat cleaner. How they become cleaner means in the lake or pond, the water is what? Hard water. In the lake or pond, what is there? Hard water is there. Hard water is there. That hard water, when we are adding the washing soda, the hardness of the water will be removed. That becomes soft water. That becomes soft water. So in the soft water we can wash the clothes easily. In the hard water we cannot wash the clothes. Generally we people also face this issue, right? So suppose if you are using the bore water, like in our houses bore will be there, no? So bore water generally it is hard water. You take a soap and you take some bore water. You take some soap, right? How much foam you will get, and observe that with the rainwater. When the rain comes, you store the rainwater. Then again you take the soap. You find that how much foam will be there for rainwater and for hard water, bore water. You find the more foam for the rainwater, because rainwater is a pure water, soft water, whereas this bore water is a hard water. In the hard water there will be no foam. That we say what? When we wash the face or our body, we will feel it as what? So much dirty is there, so we are not getting the foam, we feel it as. But the thing is what? We are using the hard water. If you use the soft water, if the foam will be more, you will feel happy, right? So that is the thing what? In the hard water, foam will be less. The foam generation will be less. Whereas in the soft water, more foam will be produces. Okay. So that is the thing. The people are using the washing soda when they are washing at any water source, like hard water source will be there, no? So if they are washing it there, they use the washing soda, right? So that is what. And here we need to remember one thing, that in the formula what is there? Na2CO3 is there and 10H2O is there, right? This 10H2O, what does it mean? What does it mean by the 10H2O? That doesn't mean that we cannot see the water, right? If you see that washing soda, it will be like dry only. It is not like wet. But in the formula there is water molecules are there. But when you touch it, you cannot get that wetness, right? So that doesn't mean that any water molecules are present or not. Yes, water molecules are present only, but we unable to see them. So that type of water we called as, generally we say it as hydrated salt. We can say it as what? Hydrated salt. Hydrated salt. Okay. And the water, the salt we call as hydrated. Hydrate means water. Water contained salt. Hydrated salt. And this type of water we call as crystallization of water. The water we call as crystallization of water. Okay. Salt is called as hydrated salt. Water is called as crystallization of water. That means you are unable to see the water, but the water will be there. Then how to identify the water, that we will discuss in the next class. Okay. So these are the things. What salt family, and common salt is a source of different salts. Right. So from NaCl, that we prepare brine solution. On the brine solution electrolysis we get a NaOH, Cl2 and H2. And from that Cl2 we are using in the preparation of bleaching powder. So indirectly we are using what? NaCl only for the preparation of bleaching powder, right? Now in exams or in the writing notes, whenever you write the notes, you need to write like what? If they ask bleaching powder preparation, you should write bleaching powder equation along with this equation. That means first you need to write this first equation, then this first equation you need to write, then you go to this one. That means two reactions you should write. These two reactions you should write, right? And second thing, baking soda we are preparing now, right? Baking soda prepared. Then we prepared what? Washing soda now. When we are preparing the washing soda, you should not write like directly NaCO3. You need to write this first. Why? Because from NaCl we prepared baking soda. From baking soda we prepared washing soda, right? So for the preparation of washing soda, we need to write the two equations: baking soda equation and washing soda equation. And for bleaching powder also we need to write the two equations, right? And one more thing, that if they ask in exams 1 mark or 2 mark, if they ask write the uses of bleaching powder, if they ask, what you will write? You will just simply write the uses of bleaching powder, no? We will not get any marks. We need to write preparation and uses. If they ask only uses also, we need to write preparation, uses. If they ask only preparation, then also we need to write preparation and uses also. Is it clear? Only preparation asked, you need to write preparation, uses. Only uses asked, you need to write preparation, uses for all the things. For all. For bleaching powder, for baking soda, for washing soda. If anyone asks, you need to write two: preparation, uses. Okay? So that is the thing you need to remember. Right? Okay, we'll continue in the next class.